I am stopped here at a gas station to get some food today because why else would I stop at a gas station? And thought I'd show you some of the controls on the steering wheel of the Tesla because there's a couple things I only just discovered and it may be helpful to new owners or people who are just interested. So on the left here we have three buttons. There's a top button, bottom button, and a middle button, and the same thing on the right, top button, bottom button, middle button. In both cases, the middle button will roll and push in. So on the left, obviously this top is to skip your music track forward. At the bottom is to skip backward. The middle is your volume, so you can adjust your volume up or down here. And the middle button will tell to play or pause or mute your music. Okay. So that'll pause or mute your music depending on what source it is. And also if you're on the phone, that acts as a volume control for your phone as well, and pushing it will mute your phone call. Over on the right, the top button is the voice activation button for voice recognition. And it works kind of like a walkie-talkie. You have to hold down the button and speak, and then let go after you're done speaking. And the only voice commands I'm aware of is to navigate to or to play something. So you can say play a particular song or artist or whatever and it'll play it. Or you can say where is or find, or I don't know if find works. I think where is or navigate to or are the keywords for destination. And you don't have to use an address, you can use a location. You can say where is Burger King or where is Starbucks, and it'll find the closest ones for you. So to demonstrate that, you have to hold it down here. Whoops, I bumped the other button. You have to hold down this top button, and at the bottom of the screen, you may not be able to see it, it'll say recording. Where is Starbucks? And then I let go. So I have to hold down the button while I speak and then let go after I'm done speaking. And right now it says processing, and then over on the big screen it would show, which you can't really see probably, but over on the big screen it would show the Starbucks that are nearby and give you that option. And same thing with playing audio. That's one thing that's really cool. If you hold it down and say play a particular song or a particular track, it'll play it through Slacker. So if I say play Dust in the Wind and then let go, over on my screen here, right now it says processing, and then over here on the screen it says Dust in the Wind, and I can click on Kansas and it'll start playing it. So you have kind of an infinite CD library here available. There's a beautiful song. I'll pause that here. So the other buttons over here, the top button is voice activation, the bottom button is to bring in a side menu or to go back. So if I tap that, that brings up the side menu where you can customize it or you can operate the phone. So you can actually click on this, and I'm using the wheel now, and go to your contacts or go to your recent calls and make a phone call through that. And I'll hit the same button to go back. The middle button here on both of them, if you hold down on it, it lets you choose what is on that side of the dashboard. So as I have it right now, I have the navigation on the left and I have energy consumption on the right, but you can change that. If I hold down this middle button on the left, I can choose to put the trip meter up on there, or I can hold it down and I can choose to put the energy up there and it'll just swap them if you saw that, or I can put music over there so I can see it's going to play Dust in the Wind. I like having navigation up there because it'll show you a little map of your next turn. And then over on the right, same thing. If you hold down this middle button, you can choose what's going to show up over on the right. Empty, music, energy, trips, or phone if there's an active phone call. And so that's another thing I want to show you over here is the phone calls. If you're on a phone call with someone, let me go ahead and dial a call over here. If you're on the phone with someone, over on the right side of the dashboard, it'll show you that you're on the phone. There we go. So I'm calling work right now, and I can adjust the volume here on the left. And I'm going to turn it down a little bit because I don't really need to hear the automated recording. And the problem I've had, and some other people I've spoken to have had, is that once you're on the phone call, if you want to hang up, you have to go over to the big screen, click on phone, click end call, or wait for the other party to hang up. You can actually hang up, and I've looked all through the menus, I couldn't find it. The trick is the voice activation button. When you're on a phone call, if you touch that voice button, it brings up a phone menu. So from there I can end call, mute the call, hold the call, or cancel. And I didn't realize that was even an option. So if you're on a call, just hit that voice activation button to bring up the menu, and then you can use the wheel to end the call. I can't tell you how silly I feel for not having known that. That would have saved me a lot of frustration. So the only other thing is, what else? There's something else I wanted to show you. Oh, the wheel here. The wheel on the left adjusts the volume. The wheel on the right here will give you all sorts of different functions, and you can choose what that wheel does. I have it set so that it'll show you all of the different functions. So I can have this wheel adjust the climate temperature, so I can adjust how warm it is in here. And you just adjust it and then let go for a second, and then you can wheel it again. Fan speed, display brightness, the sunroof, you can actually click on that, and I can adjust the sunroof to be open if I wanted it to, but it's a little cold outside, so I won't do that. So again, you just let go, and then, whoops, yeah, and then just wheel it again. Media source, so you can change that. So you can do all of that from just these 6 buttons on the dashboard, or on the steering wheel. I think that's it. Hopefully that's helpful to someone.